Hey, and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I'm gonna be doing something different this time. I'm not gonna be editing clips from a travel video. I'm actually gonna be taking you through my photo archive, specifically showing you the photos that I took at the beginning of lockdown. The idea for this video came while I was packing moving boxes because I'm actually moving at the end of this week. So my condo has a bunch of moving boxes everywhere. It's everywhere in my living room right now. I've got a suitcase behind me. I've got a dead fiddle fig tree beside me because I've been neglecting it. It's all around bad over here. But I've got this binder where I usually keep my film negatives in, out of storage, in front of me, ready to look through it and show you a look back at some of those photos. But before we actually get into the photos, I want to set the scene. Like many of you, the beginning of pandemic restrictions was really tough on me. But a few weeks later, and very fortunately, those restrictions started to lift. And once they did, I felt this feeling like I wanted to pick up a camera again, the first time in a long time. And when I was looking at my collection of different cameras, this one was the one I was drawn to take up. This is my personal Contax T2 that some of you may have seen in the background of my earlier videos. It's an amazing point and shoot camera that's ideal to carry in your pocket all day, and that's exactly the reason why I picked it up as restrictions started to lift. This photo was from that first roll of film in the COVID era. I took this photo while I was walking through Chinatown and I was at an outdoor fruit stand, and I picked to show you this photo because of the amazing contrast and the texture in this image. Like, look at that, those orange peels and the shadows, like how they blend in and out, I think is really cool. I also did a lot of walking in different neighborhoods with my camera. That was one of the main things about why I picked it up. It got me out of the house and exploring. And I was in Corktown for this vintage Defender. It looked like the owner paid a lot of attention to preserve the history and the patina of this car, which I love a lot because this car tells a unique story. It's got like mismatched paint job and it's showing off its natural dings, its scratches on the bodywork, all that kind of stuff. And I'm a total sucker for any rag top, so this is awesome. And these photos show how the lens is incredibly sharp and fast. And despite it being a point and shoot, I like how it gives me this aperture priority dial on the lens, like you can see here. How cool is that? And this manual focus on the thumb dial. So even though it's a point and shoot, there's a little bit of manual input for me when taking photos to keep things interesting. Things also got more interesting in real life once we were allowed to do public gatherings. So I was lucky to see my friends during a lot of park meetups. That was definitely a big theme in my photos around this time, but only a few to show you here in this video. Then a couple months later, as restrictions kept getting lifted, I invited my friends Jordan, Mike, and Josh to shoot together because I had this crazy idea to create an outdoor scene, and I had these guys help me out to put up this studio backdrop in my backyard for an outdoor portrait studio, and we just got creative with it. I love this photo. Jordan absolutely killed it as my model that afternoon, but we also just all took turns doing different roles, sometimes behind the camera, sometimes in front of the camera, helping another photographer. It was just totally like a group effort here. So definitely one of the highlights of the COVID era, just taking photos, hanging out, getting together with friends was a big deal. Public gatherings were back, so I wanted to make the most of it, and I wanted all the people that I love and care for around me to be part of it as well. And I'm glad I got to share some of those photos with you here in this video. That's it. Thank you so much for making it to the end of another video. I really appreciate it. I love all the comments that you share with me directly. Any feedback that you have is really appreciated. I really want to make these videos better and better every time that I make them. So If you want to leave a comment on this video, share a like, or send them to me directly, I'd really appreciate it. Next time, I'm back with a really exciting travel video that I'm excited to go on. So make sure to stay tuned, and I'll be back soon.